He wasn't born into fame, yet there was always something unmistakable about him, a quiet intensity, a controlled strength, a gaze that carried emotion without excess. Ulas Tuna Astepe didn't simply enter Turkish television. He shaped a career defined by depth, discipline, and characters that linger long after the screen fades to black. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Ulas Tuna Astepe was born on May 5, 1988, in Izmit, Turkey. Long before leading roles in primetime dramas, he pursued formal training at Mimar Sinan Fine Arts University, studying theater with seriousness and artistic intention. Acting was never accidental for him. It was studied, rehearsed, refined. The stage became his foundation, shaping his understanding of character psychology, timing, and emotional control. His early television appearances introduced him to broader audiences, but it was his role as Tahir Kalilai in Sen Anlat Karadeniz that transformed his career. The series became one of Turkey's most talked-about dramas, addressing intense social themes while maintaining strong ratings. As Tahir, Ulas delivered performance built on restraint and conviction, portraying a man driven by loyalty, justice, and love. The role established him as a commanding dramatic lead. Rather than remaining confined to one archetype, he continued expanding his range. In Barbaroslar, acting as in Kilisai, he stepped into the world of epic historical storytelling, embracing physical transformation and period depth. Later, in Hayat Bugün, he portrayed a modern, morally complex character navigating professional and emotional dilemmas. Each project reflected versatility and a refusal to repeat formulas. What distinguishes Ulas Tuna Astepe is emotional gravity. His performances rarely rely on exaggeration. Instead, he builds tension through silence, subtle expression, and layered internal conflict. This approach has earned him recognition from critics and loyalty from audiences who value authenticity over spectacle. Off-screen, he maintains a reserved and grounded lifestyle. He avoids unnecessary publicity, choosing instead to let his work define his image. Fitness and physical discipline remain part of his routine, particularly for roles requiring strength and endurance. But his public persona leans toward calm reflection rather than showmanship. His style mirrors this controlled presence. Often seen in tailored, minimalist designs, he projects confidence without flamboyance. Whether attending premieres or industry events, his appearance reinforces the composed, serious identity he has cultivated. Financially, his success reflects steady progression. With leading roles in major television productions, endorsement partnerships, and international distribution of his series, his estimated net worth represents consistent career growth rather than sudden spikes. His projects have reached global audiences through streaming platforms, expanding his recognition beyond Turkey. What truly sets him apart is commitment to craft. He approaches roles with analytical focus, studying motivations and psychological layers before stepping in front of the camera. That preparation translates into performances that feel grounded and believable, even within heightened dramatic narratives. As of 2026, Ulas Tuna Astepe stands as one of Turkish television's most respected dramatic actors, known for intensity, discipline, and measured evolution. His journey reflects dedication to artistry over hype, proving that longevity in entertainment often belongs to those who build slowly and deliberately. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. He wasn't born into fame, yet there was always a quiet intensity about him, a focused energy and natural screen presence that made him stand out long before leading roles found him. Atakan Hosgoren didn't simply enter Turkish television. He built momentum step by step, turning early discipline and athletic dedication into one of the most promising young acting careers of his generation. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Atakan Hosgoren was born on May 5, 1999, in Istanbul, Turkey. Before cameras and scripts became part of his world, he was deeply involved in sports, particularly basketball. Years of structured training shaped his competitive mindset, time management, and resilience, qualities that would later define his professional approach to acting. Unlike many who grow up aiming for the spotlight, his path unfolded gradually, guided by discipline rather than instant visibility. His acting career began with supporting roles in youth-oriented television projects, where his calm delivery and relatable presence quickly caught attention. He appeared in series such as 4N 1K Ilk Ask, introducing him to a younger audience and establishing him as a rising face in teen drama storytelling. The true turning point in his career came with his lead role as Ozan in Kardeşlerim. The series became a major rating success and expanded internationally, significantly elevating his profile. Through Ozan, Atakan portrayed emotional growth, loyalty, inner conflict, and vulnerability, earning recognition for bringing subtle depth to a character navigating hardship and responsibility. The role proved he could handle layered storytelling rather than surface-level youth charm. Rather than remaining limited to one character type, Atakan has shown clear intention in expanding his craft. He gravitates toward emotionally grounded roles that allow internal conflict to unfold naturally, reflecting a long-term strategy rather than chasing short-lived trends. His performances suggest patience, controlled energy, and a willingness to evolve with each project. Off-screen, Atakan maintains a relatively low profile. His lifestyle reflects structure and physical discipline, shaped by his athletic background. Fitness remains an important part of his routine, not only for appearance, but for mental clarity and balance. He avoids excessive public exposure, keeping attention centered on his work rather than personal headlines. In terms of public image, he represents a modern blend of approachability and composure. Fashion-wise, he favors clean, understated looks that align with his calm persona. Brand collaborations and media appearances have grown steadily, mirroring his rise in television popularity without overwhelming his presence. By 2026, Atakan Hosgoren is regarded as one of the most promising young male leads in Turkish television. Producers value his reliability, audiences connect with his sincerity, and industry observers note his consistent improvement from project to project. His estimated net worth reflects earnings from television roles, brand partnerships, and growing international exposure through global distribution platforms. What distinguishes him most is controlled progression. Rather than chasing instant superstardom, he appears focused on building credibility. Each role feels like a calculated step forward, reinforcing depth over hype and longevity over momentary visibility. As of 2026, Atakan Hosgoren stands as a symbol of steady rise in modern Turkish entertainment, disciplined, evolving, and quietly powerful in his presence. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.